The day is finally here. A photo mode was added to Final Fantasy VII Remake, which means we can capture the beauty of someone truly important. Someone who was there for you. Someone whose sweet bosom you can lay your head on and feel at peace. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Say it with me. Today, we'll be taking pictures of Barret.
You double-crossing!
Let's get started, shall we? For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Mir, and I'm a photographer from Texas, and welcome to Photo Mode Perspective, where we look at photo modes in different video games, but through the eyes of a photographer. If this is a topic that interests you, please consider subscribing. So in this video, we'll be looking at the newly added photo mode in Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think what we're going to do is skip around different chapters and see what pictures we can take in different environments. So here we're kicking things off with chapter 2, right after the bombing run. Go over here. Man, this game looks so good. So to access the photo mode, pause the game and hit square. Alright, let's go through the different photo mode options. You have your camera position, you have your angle, tilt, filter, exposure, and that's it. So for the camera position, the left stick is to pan the camera, right stick is to rotate it. See, L2 and R2 are to zoom, R3 to reset. Okay, if you hit square, you can hide your party members. Triangle hides the menu, and then hit circle to go back. Then you have your angle. So this would be equivalent to your focal length. So it looks like if you go to the right, this will be your wide angle. And if you go to the left, this will be your telephoto. Yeah, one thing I'm noticing straight away is that usually when you go, let's say if you go wide, you'll have this thing known as wide angle distortion. And what it's doing is that it'll take the background and the foreground of the image and it'll spread them apart. So here's an example in the game control where you have your wide angle distortion and your telephoto compression and what the properties do there. Here, I'm not seeing that. So this is just zooming out. That's what it looks like. And this is just zooming in. If I like zoom in, and then if I go back to camera position, hit R2, I can zoom in even further, but that's it. It's just a zoom. There's no distortion or compression at play. Not a big deal, but you'll see those in other big games. Tilt, just basically rotate the horizon of the game. Yeah, from the looks of it, you can't do like a full tilt. You can't make this a portrait image. So it's just a 30-degree tilt in either direction. Can make for some really dramatic images, but I was kind of hoping you could rotate it where it would be where you can make it a portrait image. So it's like an image that's, you know, stands tall as opposed to wide. Then you have your filters. Let's see. I kind of like the filter. Ooh, I like this black and white one. I like the filters in this. Yeah, towards the end here, you have some that are very specific to Final Fantasy VII. So you have this Mako 1, Sector 7 Plate, 7th Heaven, Wall Market, Honeybee Inn. You can get unique filters that are based on the color palette of Final Fantasy VII. Okay, and then you have your exposure, and exposure is pretty easy. It's basically your brightness. Brighten up your image, or you can darken your image. So depending on what mood you want to go for, you can do either one. Or if you're in an area of the game you're like, man, it's a little too dark, bump up your exposure and you should be good. That's about it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of disappointed. I wish there was more features in the photo mode, but it's okay. We'll make do with what we have. So I think what we're gonna do, let's run around this chapter and see what we can get pictures of. Oh, you know what, I have an idea.
You're not real. You're dead. I am.
Should also point out that the photo mode works in cutscenes. Now, because you're in a cutscene, you can't change some of these settings. So like the position, the angle, and the tilt, you can't change those. But you can add a filter and you can change the exposure. I just like this one without the filter, honestly. And just have it a little bit brightened up. Yeah, I like that. So hit triangle to hide the menu. So one thing I'm noticing is that the camera doesn't really move that far. Like, that's as far back as I can go, that's as far left and right I can go. It seems to just orbit the character. And that's it. That's as much camera movement as I can get. Which is strange, because in other big games you can move the camera pretty far back. Okay, I think what I want to do, get a picture of the street. Do some street photography. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use this overlay to help me guide the image. This overlay is known as the rule of thirds. Not a definite rule, but you can use it to help compose your image. Kind of wish it was in the game. It would help out a lot. So I kind of like, what I want to do is the Loveless poster. I kind of want that in that middle section. Kind of like that. Yeah. And then the, perfect. Actually, you know what? I'm really happy with that. Basically, the ends of this block line up with the vertical lines there. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with that. I thought I was going to go for a little longer. Let's turn this overlay off. I really like the colors here, but I think a black and white would look really good here. Yeah, I like that. Black and white, and then increase the exposure a little bit. Yep. Alright, I'm looking for a fight. Let's see what this photo mode looks like in combat. Dang, that is so badass. So from the looks of it, the camera just stays on your the person that you currently have active. So right now I have Tifa active, and it's staying on her. I wish you could change which character, because look at Barret back there. It's like Barret looks like he's having fun. I want to get a picture of that, but yeah, it looks like, yeah, the active character, that's where the photo mode is going to stay at.
Bring it.
Damn. Yeah, photo mode during combat will make for some fun images. Specifically for all these different animations, just stopping the camera or stopping the game just at the right time, opening up the photo mode, and then just capturing that that cool pose or so on. Like, this is what I really like. There's a bullet on the ground. Like the little touches here and there that I never really noticed while playing the game. Oh, that is badass. Let's see if we can do something with Barret. Let's do SmackDown. Yep. That's awesome. Let's do this one. Cloud's just showing off at this point. Definitely want to work on this one. I want to save this. Let's see. What can we do with Tifa? Let's do Chi Trap. Barret, what are you doing? I think this is why photo mode was added into this game. Look at Tifa holding this Chocobo bag. This Chocobo is like, don't mess with me, bro. Don't mess with me. I'll peck you. This is quality content right here. This is why you're here. There's one specific shot I want, and it's coming up.
You okay?
Nice. Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna end this video with a nice shot of Barret at Aerith's home. This looks good. So that was a look at the photo mode in Final Fantasy VII Remake. All in all, the features in this photo mode, they're not rich like compared to other AAA games, but you can definitely have a lot of fun with this game, only because the animations, the characters, and the environments and everything, they're so well done that even just a basic photo mode is just phenomenal in this game. I'd love to hear what you think about this photo mode. I personally think it's super fun. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for today, and I'll see you guys next time.